Going on 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday night, technically Sunday, and the city is fucking dead, which ain't nothing new. The city's been dead for a number of years. This is another quick introduction to this video, like I always say. I know y'all be like, nigga, your introductions be long in the motherfucker. Shout out. I'm gonna quickly talk about these light orbs. Specifically the big motherfuckers that y'all see out in the sky. Sometimes these light orbs, like I said, some people call them UFOs, entities, intelligent beings, and all this shit. Sometimes these light orbs that y'all see, and specifically the ones that if you see them in person or the ones you might see on somebody's video, a lot of times these light orbs that you see in the sky is not other life forms, it's not other entities or UFOs or whatever. Sometimes these light orbs is us. Me, you, like I said in the previous video, when you go to sleep at night. Yeah, when you go to sleep, because actually we sleep right now, but that's a whole nother story. But when you go to sleep at night, your soul, your spirit leaves your physical body. And you start, going around wherever the fuck you gonna go. And because the veil is lifting and you got all these dimensions, third and fourth dimension emerging and all kinds of dimensions opening up portals and shit, the veil is lifting, so we starting to see this shit more and more. So sometimes, obviously not all the time, but sometimes when you see these light orbs in people's videos or you might see them in person yourself, that might be, you see a light orb in the sky and shit, you be like, damn, that's a UFO. It might be a nigga down the street that's sleeping and shit. About a couple of years ago, during the summertime, it was about maybe like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was in the backyard chilling like a motherfucker. Summertime, it feels good and shit. About 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm in the backyard, and I saw a white light orb. Maybe like the size of a basketball. I saw it float over this house. It's a house that's about 3 houses down from my house. I saw that white light orb fly over to the top of that house, and then it descended right into that motherfucking house. The next night, if it wasn't the next night, it was the night after that, around the same time, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, in the backyard, I saw that same fucking light orb float over that house and descended into that house. Now, like I said, sometimes there be motherfuckers sleep and they soul spirit is returning and shit. But like I said, it's all kinds of shit going on. You gotta use discernment. I know them some wicked motherfuckers down there. It could just be a demonic entity getting ready to enter into one of the motherfuckers that I kept seeing. Now, with that being said, there's a whole lot more wicked shit going on in this house that I'm living in than them niggas down the street and what's going on there. Like I said, things have calmed down because these motherfuckers starting to have these dreams, and I know they see me in these so-called dreams, and I'm probably beating the shit out of the motherfuckers. So there ain't a lot of crazy shit going on around here, but it's still Hell House. I mentioned, of course, many of y'all been checking on my videos. Y'all know about this dog, Harley. Ever since he came here, he been acting weird and shit. People talk about dumb animals and shit. Animals ain't dumb. People are dumb. This dog, Harley, he's not, he ain't no punk, but he ain't no fucking guard dog either. Just a regular dog, likes to have fun, chase cats, He ain't no crazy motherfucker. He barks normally. over the last 3 to 5 months, there's been incidents where in the middle of the night, this dog would start barking viciously. I mean, he was going off like a motherfucker. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Now, of course, we all know that these animals, they have so-called dreams as well. So a lot of times they be seeing shit, going through something in their dreams, and they'll wake up based on what's going on in their so-called dreams. But again, this is Hell House, and he's been seeing some shit. The last time he woke up barking like a motherfucker, I went in the living room and my niece was in there. And I was like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with him now? And she told me that he'd been doing that for a while. And she also said that one day he wasn't even asleep, this dog. She said one day, she said he was staring at the front door, right around that corner, just looking at that front door and shit, growling and barking and shit. Yeah, he sees some shit, some kind of demon entity or something. These animals know what the fuck is going on. But there's all kinds of shit going on, like I said, with these entities, so-called aliens, so-called UFOs. You gotta use discernment to know who is who. You know, that's why I'm always talking about walking in the spirit. Because even if you don't consciously know what the fuck is going on, you know subconsciously. And you know, as long as you're a true follower of Christ, you will be guided and protected from all this shit that's going on with this deception that we living in, this deceptive ass world. But I'm gonna play the main part of this video. Put together certain clips from certain people's YouTube channels and shit. And after the video, I'm gonna tell y'all about my encounter with this black alien. Yeah, I'm always saying,
All right, now listen, first and foremost, the reason why I played this video, and I only use video for educational purposes. The only reason why I use this woman video is you can see the rainbows that's in here. You see these colors in these objects right here. As me and Riz has been saying, this is out, supposedly out in space. Now these are little spaceships, right? Look at the colors that's in there.
And formation.
And formation at that. Look at the colors in there. Now I'm gonna drive. This is just to drive our point home even more when I show you these pictures in these clouds, what they call as clouds, but they're not clouds. It's so funny how all other races are not even calling them clouds no more.
Right. Right. Living entities. That's what they are.
I tell you, my people, please wake up from your sleep and slumber. And we're going right to the meat and potatoes right here. Start all right from the gate. Now listen, I showed this picture in my last live. And when I showed this picture, like I said, the sister that sent me the picture, she lives in the UK. And I stated to you that, again, I don't know if she took this picture inside of a glass, behind a window, whatever the case may be. This is a reflection, a refraction, whatever the case may be, right? And I even had people comment on here and stated that it was a refraction, and it was and she took this on the other side of glass, right? Now hold on before I go any further.
And that is not the case.
That is not the case. So listen, let me read you what I wrote to her, because this is what I said to her. I said, peace, love, and light. Can you please explain this picture to me? I said, is this the moon or the sun? And was this picture taken through a window? And did you see the object that's above the moon or the sun? Thank you for the positive energy, right? Now, she responded back to me. She said the picture was taken outside my son's college. I'm not giving her name because she didn't give me permission to use her name. So she said the picture was taken outside my son's college. It was a very clear day. The sun was shining bright. So I decided to take a photo. It was outside the car around 3:30 p.m. So she stood outside the car, looked at the sun, and she saw how bright it was. and snapped the picture. And I believe every word this woman is saying. This is why I showed the picture. See, if I didn't think this picture was authentic, I would have never even showed it on my last video. But I knew this picture was authentic in my soul. Because mother told me to show it. She was like, man, show this picture. You ain't got to go in on it, but show it. But then she explained something even deeper to me. She was like, Kalai, you're not looking at the picture clearly. She said, look at the man with the long arms and the long body sitting, just looking out. Yo, listen to me. I was taken back when I zoomed in on this shit and started looking at this picture. And then Rez came over here and we started looking at this picture together. Listen,
it's over.
I just want you to look at this right here. So all I want y'all to do is look at this picture right here with us.
It's amazing. Amazing.
I didn't even change the contrast. I did nothing with this picture, nothing.
Remember, everybody, high definition, high resolution. Those three buttons on the side. Turn up the volume on your resolution. You want to see this thing clear as possible.
Now, like she said, she stood outside the car. Now I just load the picture up. She's seen the sun right here. Not to mention, little
texture
and all that stuff right there.
No doubt.
Right, you can see the disturbance in the air. But then I bring the picture back down. I want y'all to really look at this, man. This shit threw me out the window.
Yeah, just glowing. You are exactly right. You are looking at metallic parts.
Absolutely.
You're looking at metal.
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Look at this shit here, people.
Yeah, Light Bearer said yes.
You see the face right there? I'm gonna go ahead and let Riz fill it. But listen, she told me when she said, Kalai, you ain't looking at this picture clearly enough. She said, look at the man sitting with the long arms. The head,
yes,
looking out. You can see his eyes and everything, his body sitting down in the seat. I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna ask her where her college is. Yo, this shit is deep.
This is the Stargate I think they're working. They're literally working the Stargate. I had to stare at this picture for maybe probably 8, 9, 10 minutes. And I had to let it vibrate to me, like to really, really let it sink in. Like he said, you could clearly see the person right here. I'm going to zoom in on his face. He has a pointed head. Right here. Here's the eye. Here's the nose. And here is the mouth. And this is the back jaw right here. This looks to be hair. And then we have a pointed appendage on top of the head. Looks like some type of helmet or device.
If you send me pictures, right? Yeah, I got your pictures. Trust me. We're going to go over as many pictures as I can tonight. My people, listen to me. Y'all know I work, right? Y'all know I work. So y'all know I earn a living on this planet. You never see me come on here and be like, I do so much work and research for y'all. Send me $1 and all this shit. That's some dumb slave shit. You follow what I'm saying to you? That's the reason why this world is coming to an end. So I gotta work hours. Understand? Remember one thing. I'm a black man. You understand? I live by myself. You understand? And I have to work. I have to pay bills in here. So I'm getting into y'all pictures as much as I possibly can. Tomorrow I'm gonna rest, but tonight I'm gonna go in on y'all pictures as much as I possibly can. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. It's a lot to do this, man. And then y'all know I'm out in the street. I'm talking shit out in the street too.
Full-time job.
Yeah, I'm not just on YouTube, people. Like I don't listen. I can't walk past the beast knowing his time is up and he's still fucking policing my people. And I look at my people in the corner still laughing and joking at this shit. I'm still talking to them out there too. I've exhausted myself all the time to this. So just bear with me, my people.
Earth has been the subject of discussion for a long time. The real attention and focus really started when we started detonating our first nuclear weapons. We did, as a race. Nuclear weapons had been used here in our ancient past hundreds of thousands of years ago because there have been wars here between a lot of different factions, predominantly most of them human. The Pleiadians had agreed or offered to come back here and try to help raise the consciousness of the planet. Well, apparently what happened was when they got here, they were really faced with their past. The Pleiadians had had incredible civil wars amongst themselves and other wars. And they had just moved into a fourth and fifth density consciousness, and they didn't want to come back here and take the warrior space again. And because of the Greys' involvement here, and the Orions, and a small group from Sirius B, and the Orion group, and a group from Rigel that are here as well, and others, they didn't want to come back here and have to move into warrior space. So they started dragging their feet. In other words, they didn't do as much as they needed to do. Well, as this is occurring, you know, changes in our galaxy are also occurring, and they're moving at a much faster rate. So the Andromedans finally said, what is happening? What have you accomplished? And the Pleiadians basically said, you know, we're having our own conflicts dealing with this, because the Pleiadians themselves have a tremendous amount of karma with our solar system, you know, with Mars and Earth. They simply just weren't as motivated as they should be or could have been to start making the changes here. They also had made some communications with the Earth governments that didn't go very well at all. So basically, they said, well, we don't know what to do. So the Andromedans themselves said, okay, well, we'll do it. We'll take this, because it is important for the whole. We'll make an effort. Now, the Andromedans were probably the better choice, because they don't have any karmic ties to us. So they're completely neutral, and they're probably better observers as well, because of their neutrality. So they've basically been taking over, and what they did was they got involved in 1980. They're working with the Pleiadians, with the Sirians. They have...
Which group is Sirians?
From Sirius A. Sirius A. So what they're doing here now is they're trying to raise the consciousness. They came back in time to 1964 to contact me. I'm not the only one. There are others. There are also other people who are mediums or channels, or whatever word you want to add to it, who are also getting information on a spiritual level. Octurians are also involved. And the whole point is they want our part of the galaxy to evolve. And what's holding us back is our solar system. And what's holding back our solar system is the consciousness of humanity on the Earth. The Earth herself, as an entity, spiritual entity, wants to move into fourth and fifth density. But she can't yet, because of the consciousness of humanity. And in order for her to do it without humanity, one of the two things have to happen. Humanity either has to shape up, grow up, as the Andromedans say, or humanity has to be removed and get out of the way. Or humanity has to be removed and get out of the way.
Could you describe the human military bases on the dark side of the moon, Mars, and the Mars probes as Andromedans, and how the Alpha Draconians fit into this scenario?
The Mars probes, the Russian and the US one, they're gone. They were destroyed. Their history. There's no secret here about, well, it's taking pictures privately. You know, and it doesn't matter whether you believe that or not. It's history. Okay. March of '89, the Russians took pictures. Mars was invaded. We had a human colony there of 300,000, so I'm told. One was underground, one was above ground, Adam and Eve. They're conquered. They're being taken over. The human beings that are from Earth, that volunteered or were kidnapped to go there, are in deep trouble. Many of them have already been eaten. Some of them have already been killed. There is nothing we can do here as a race to help them.
So that was Mars was conquered by the Alpha Draconians.
That's right. They came in. There's 100,000 of them there. They have approximately 2,111 scout craft there. They're in an area underground that is 64 square miles, known on Mars as the area of Tempe Terra. That's where their base is.
Now,
It's an ancient base that they had. It's over 1 million years old, and the last time it was in full bloom was 317,000 years ago.
Now, if we begin to train all our telescopes on that, are we going to be able to see activity going on there?
I suppose that we would. I have a feeling that they already are seeing incredible amounts of activity, but they're not allowed to say it. They're just not allowed to say it. Nor, who's going to want to jeopardize going to jail, being ridiculed, being fired, giving up everything they have to come up and say, well, I'm an astronomer, and I was looking at Mars, and I saw alien craft, and I know there's a base there, and it's being conquered by reptilian aliens. Who's going to have the guts to come up and say it? Nobody in the power elite. Nobody wants to blow their mortgage.
But somebody's going to have to, right?
So, well, yes.
But
Eventually,
it's going to be too late by the time they do it. Is that what you're thinking?
yes. And so, and that's exactly what the Andromedans are thinking. You see, you know, there are people probably saying, well, God, why don't they just come down and save us? There's a lot to that. Number one, if we're rescued, we don't permanently evolve ourselves. Number two, we won't take responsibility. If something goes wrong, we can always blame it on them. Number three, it doesn't just change our reality, it changes their reality as well. Number four, the Andromedans and most of the other benevolent races, they don't want to have to come down here and babysit us. That's not their job. It's not their job at all.
Now, in the way you told me that...
And number four, and I'm sorry, and number five, let me just add this. Look at how we've treated our Earth. Look at how we've trashed it ourselves. You know, they're like, why should we come down here and help you when you don't want to even help yourself or even make the effort?
Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? Sometimes things happen that is unexplainable. Are they paranormal? Are they delusions? Are they? Is it some kind of demonic spirit or apparition? Is there some type of a phenomenon that we just, an omen we don't understand? I mean, we get a lot of that. I get a lot of emails from people who see all kinds of different things and different stories and pictures. It's some unexplainable, you know, crop circles. I mean, there's strange stuff. But here in Indiana, there was a situation that happened where one of the most strangest events that hundreds of people saw it, and it was a preacher who confirmed it, he and his wife, that they felt this eerie, awful dread come over them, and when they looked up and saw this thing. Hundreds of people also saw it, and I can't give you an answer. Okay, I just flat can't give you an answer. Strong delusion. Maybe it is. Maybe it was some type of demonic spirit of some sort. I don't know.
I made that video talking about black aliens, and I just wrote like in the text on the video talking about came in contact with one of these black aliens, and not black like my color, black like this motherfucking jacket, black. This is what happened. This was a so-called dream. Now listen to this shit. In this so-called dream, I had my eyes closed while I was laying in the bed. Eyes closed in the so-called dream. And I can clearly feel this presence over me that I knew was watching me. And when I opened my eyes, I saw this black alien, black being, you know, this black entity. And I immediately woke up after that. But let me tell y'all exactly how this shit went down. This shit is even fucking amazing to me. This ain't really no surprise to me. But when you come into this, you know, what they call, when you go through your awakening process, you waking up to shit that you already know. But when you going through this fake ass physical third dimensional bullshit, and you start experiencing things that you completely forgot about, it's just fucking beautiful. In this so-called dream, like I said, I had my eyes closed and I could feel this presence, but it's much more to it than that. This particular black being, all of his thoughts, everything that was in his mind, it was in my mind. And everything that was in my mind, all my thoughts and everything, it was in his too. We was straight up connected. No matter what I was thinking and no matter what I was going to do, he knew it. And no matter what he was thinking, no matter what he was going to do, I knew it. We were straight up connected. And this is just a small example of what it means to be one with your people and you know, being able to communicate that way. So while I'm laying in this bed in the dream with my eyes closed, everything that I'm thinking and about to do, he knows it, and vice versa. So as I decided to open my eyes to see who the fuck this is hovering over me, obviously, like I said, he knew it because he can read my thoughts as well. So just as I opened my eyes, this motherfucker was right in my face like this and bagged up and turned away. The connection that we had was as if we was actually the same person. That's how amazing that shit is. That's how much we was connected and shit. And exactly who he is, obviously I don't know. But it's funny. I didn't have any concerns about this being. It was obviously somebody who, you know, part of the family. These black aliens, yeah, they real. All this shit that we think is not real, all these entities and other worlds and other dimensions, it's so much shit going on. And then so-called black man and black woman, we came here with memory loss. Everything that we experiencing, we already know about it in the first place. We just fucking forget. So this ain't really nothing new to us. It's just that we are in the process of waking up. Niggas is waking up, and this is why the Illuminati is freaking the fuck out. But that's all I got to say. I'm out here freezing like a motherfucker. Like I said, I'm always blaming the Illuminati for shit like this. It was talked about a number of weeks ago that it was gonna be cold as shit like this during January and February, but like I said, you know, I'm always gonna blame so-called Illuminati because they always got their hands in the shit anyway. Because like I said, the night after that fucking blood moon, I did see the motherfuckers spraying them chemtrails. So they got a hand in this fucking cold ass weather to some degree. I was watching I think YouTube channel MB333 talking about this particular area, Northwest Indiana and Chicago. Might end up getting one of these days where the fucking wind chill gonna be minus 51. Shit. I'm already freezing like a motherfucker right now. Shit, and it's like 7 degrees and shit. Damn. Well, I said enough. I gotta get out of here before I get fucking frostbite and shit. So yeah. I'll shut up. And I'll holler at y'all later. All my niggas and niggettes, true followers of Christ, no matter what color you are, stay focused. Pray. Stay focused on our Savior, Jesus, Yeshua, whatever name you want to use. Shout out. Walk in the spirit and let's get the fuck up out of here. Play a Lord, man of God. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty then. Peace. Damn, my finger's cold. I'm out of here. Bye. Damn. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Bullshit.